You people always have some sob story. Get out of here before I call the cops. If you believe veterans deserve respect, not suspicion, type honor below. Marcus stood quietly at the pharmacy counter, his worn jacket hanging loose on his thin frame. The prescription in his weathered hands shook slightly. He had walked 6 miles to get here, because this was the only place that accepted his veteran healthcare card. The pharmacist, a young man named Derek with perfectly styled hair and a crisp white coat, looked at Marcus like he was dirt. Derek's eyes moved from Marcus's old boots to his faded military cap, his face twisted with disgust. Marcus had served 3 tours in Afghanistan. He had saved lives. He had carried wounded soldiers to safety under enemy fire. But none of that mattered now. All Derek saw was a homeless man with dirty clothes. "Sir, I just need to fill this prescription," Marcus said calmly. His voice was steady, respectful. "It's for my heart medicine. The doctor at the VA hospital wrote it yesterday." Derek snatched the paper from Marcus's hands and barely looked at it. "This looks fake to me. No real doctor writes like this. And your insurance card is probably stolen too." The words hit Marcus like a punch to the gut. After everything he had given for his country, this stranger was calling him a thief. But Marcus kept his military bearing. He stood straight and spoke with dignity. "I understand your concern, but everything is real. You can call the VA hospital to check. The number is right there on the prescription." Derek laughed, a cruel sound that made other customers turn and stare. "I'm not wasting my time on your games." Security. Marcus felt his heart racing, not from anger, but from sadness. He thought about the men he had served with, the brothers who had his back in the desert. Some of them never made it home. Others, like him, came back broken in ways people couldn't see. If you've ever been judged unfairly, type "not fair" below. The security guard walked over, hand on his radio. More people were watching now, whispering and pointing. Marcus felt small, invisible, like he didn't matter. But then he remembered something. In his wallet, behind his military ID, was a card his old commanding officer had given him years ago. "If you ever need help, call this number," Colonel Martinez had said. "We take care of our own." Marcus had never used it. He was too proud, too stubborn. But looking at Derek's smug face, at the crowd of people staring at him like he was dangerous, Marcus knew it was time. He pulled out his phone, an old model with a cracked screen, and dialed the number. The call connected immediately. "Colonel Martinez, speaking." "Sir, this is Sergeant Marcus Washington. You probably don't remember me, but you served with me in Afghanistan. I'm having some trouble at a pharmacy, and I remembered what you said about calling if I needed help." "Marcus, of course I remember you. You're the one who saved Private Johnson when his vehicle hit that IED. Where are you? What's happening?" Marcus explained everything calmly. He didn't raise his voice or complain. He just told the truth. When he finished, Colonel Martinez was quiet for a moment. "Son, you stay right where you are. Help is coming." Within 10 minutes, the front door of the pharmacy opened with a loud whoosh. Colonel Martinez walked in, still in his military uniform, followed by 3 other officers. Behind them came a man in an expensive suit, the regional manager of the pharmacy chain. Derek's face went white as paper. His hands started shaking. The security guard stepped back, suddenly very interested in looking at the floor. "I'm Colonel Martinez, and I understand there's been a problem here," the colonel said, his voice sharp as steel. "This man is Sergeant Marcus Washington, a decorated combat veteran who earned 2 Purple Hearts and a Bronze Star for valor." The regional manager stepped forward, sweat beading on his forehead. "Colonel, I sincerely apologize. There's been a terrible mistake." Derek tried to speak, but his voice cracked. I didn't know. I thought." "You thought what exactly?" Colonel Martinez asked. "That a man who risked his life for strangers like you was trying to steal medicine for his heart condition?" The colonel pulled out his phone and showed Derek a picture. It was Marcus in his combat gear, carrying a wounded soldier across a battlefield. This man ran through gunfire to save a 19-year-old kid. He's a hero. If you think heroes deserve respect, type "never forget" below. The regional manager turned to Marcus his face red with shame. "Mr. Washington, I am deeply sorry for how you were treated today. This is not what our company stands for." He handed Marcus a new insurance card. "This gives you lifetime free prescriptions at any of our stores. No questions asked. And I'm personally ensuring your medicine is filled right now with express service." Derek was told to clean out his locker. His job was over. The security guard apologized quietly to Marcus, shaking his hand with respect. But the best part came when the regional manager announced that the company would be partnering with veteran organizations to train all employees about military service and to hire more veterans. Marcus got his medicine that day, but he got something more important. He got his dignity back. As he walked out of the pharmacy, other customers approached him. Some shook his hand, others thanked him for his service. An elderly woman pressed a $20 bill into his palm and whispered, "God bless you, son." The story didn't end there. Someone had recorded the whole thing and posted it online. Within days, millions of people had seen it. Marcus received job offers, housing assistance, and more support than he knew what to do with. But Marcus stayed humble. When reporters asked him about it, he said, "I just wanted my medicine. But I'm glad this happened if it helps other veterans get treated with respect." The pharmacy chain changed its policies nationwide. They created special training about veteran affairs and set up a hotline for any military member who faced discrimination. Derek's replacement was a veteran herself, someone who understood what it meant to serve. Marcus moved into a small apartment 6 months later. He got a job helping other homeless veterans navigate the system. He kept Colonel Martinez's card, but now he had dozens of other numbers too. Friends, supporters, people who had his back. Sometimes the hardest battles aren't fought on foreign soil. They're fought right here at home, in places where we should feel safe and respected. But when good people stand together, justice always wins. Marcus learned that he was never really alone. His military family was always there, ready to help, and now the whole country knew his story. If you believe every veteran deserves respect and dignity, subscribe to our channel. And if this story touched your heart, type "Honor our heroes" in the comments below. Because every person who served our country is a hero, whether they're in uniform or not.